indication, so BST is used for patients with the affection of hip and the femur. Okay? So lower extremities ang pagkakabit natin ng ating traction. Okay? So for the indication of traction, we have a mnemonic SPIRM. SPIRRM. Okay? S stands for support. P is to prevent or correct deformity. I is for immobilization. The first R is to reduce fracture. So we tend to realign the broken bone. And then the second R is to reduce muscle pain and spasm, one of the signs and symptoms of fracture. And then your letter M will be to maintain good body alignment. So those are the purposes of traction in general. So dapat kabisado natin yan. During your return demonstration, it will be asked by your clinical instructors. Okay, so for the application of traction procedure, the first step will be to check the doctor's order. Always remember that traction application is a dependent or independent nursing function. Ano ba ang traction? It's a dependent. Ibig sabihin, kailangan natin ng doctor's order. Okay? Dependent nursing function yan, and we need to verify for three things. The first one is the identity of the patient. Second, yung laterality ng bale, if it's left or right. So in this case, left yung kakapitan natin. And then also the weights to be used, because in BST, we need 2 weight bags. Dalawa yan. Check natin yan. Okay? For the second step, we need to explain the procedure to our patient. Because later on, meron tayong patient's instruction, no? Dapat maintindihan niya yun to elicit cooperation and also to allay anxiety. So for the preparation of equipments, we need to prepare for 2 things. So dalawa yan. Una, yung bed. This is the orthopedic bed. Yung nakikita ng bed sa harap, no? And for the orthopedic bed, it consists of a Balkan frame. Yung mga bars na nakita niyo dyan, this is the Balkan frame. So it consists of 4 vertical bars, 2 horizontal bars, 1 diagonal bar, and the cross bars. No? So dapat dalawa yung cross bar natin. No? So isang straight, and sometimes gumagamit rin tayo ng curved bar. Okay? And also we need firm mattress. Okay? So dapat firm siya, not soft. No? And then the fracture board. Yun yung wood na nakikita niyo sa ilalim ng mattress natin. Okay? Next, yung second naman na kailangan nating i-prepare are the equipments for your traction apparatus. Okay? So the first equipment is the Thomas splint. So this is the Thomas splint, the longest splint. It has several parts. It has an ischial ring. So this is the half ischial ring, yung leather part. It has 2 bars. Meron tayong longer bar, which is the lateral side, and then the shorter bar, which is the shorter side. No? And then at the bottom of the Thomas splint, it has a W-shaped end. Next, for the equipment, we need a Pearson's attachment. So this is the Pearson's attachment. It has 2 screws and 2 bars rin. And it also has a W-shaped end. Next is the rest splint. So for the rest splint, ito siya. Actually, the rest splint is not part of the traction apparatus. No? So ginagamit lang to pang stand ng ating traction apparatus, and later on we will remove this. So dito tayo hahawak sa neck. Okay? Neck of the rest splint para hindi tayo maipit. Okay? We also need 3 ropes with different lengths. So we have the shortest rope, which is the tie rope, the longer rope, which is the traction rope, and the longest rope, which is the suspension rope. Okay, kabisaduhin nyo ha. So shortest, tie, longer, traction, and then the longest is the suspension rope. We also need 5 slings with 2 sizes. We need 2 of these longer and wider slings, and 3 of this narrower and shorter sling. Okay? And we also need, para may kabit natin itong mga sling na to sa ating traction apparatus, we need 5 safety pins. Okay? Yung pinakamalalaki, yan yung actual na ginagamit natin sa work. But for demonstration purposes, we will be using paper clips lang para walang matutusok sa inyo. Okay? Next, we need 3 pulleys that are already attached to the Vulcan frame. So this is the first pulley, second pulley, and the third pulley. We also need the weight bags. So for the weight bags, so ito yan, no? Meron tayong yung heavier one, yung mas mabigat. This is the traction weight bag. Okay? Mas mabigat. And then it consists of about 10% ng patient's body weight. 10% of the patient's body weight is the traction weight bag. Whereas the suspension weight bag, ito naman yung mas magaang, this is only 50% or half of the traction weight bag. So let's give an example. For example, our patient weighs 100 pounds. Okay? So 100 pounds, what will be the traction weight bag for 100 pound patient? 10. Kasi 10% na 100 is 10 pounds. How about the suspension weight bag? 5. Yan, 5. Kasi half ng 10 is 5. So you will see on the doctor's order, apply balance skeletal traction with the weights 10 pounds by 5 pounds on the left leg. So ganun yung pagkakasulat niya sa doctor's order. Okay? So you do check that doctor's order. Okay? For the next one, we need a Steinmann pin holder that is already applied on the Steinmann pin of the patient. So itong Steinmann pin doon yun sa emergency room kinakabit, no? Pero itong Steinmann pin holder, tayo na magkakabit nito kapag sa actual tayo ng pasyenteng gagawa, no? Okay, and then we also need the footboard to prevent foot drop. So we need a footboard, and lastly, we need an overhead trapeze para may mahahawakan si patient para makagalaw-galaw siya sa kanya. Okay? So for the next step, we need to assemble now the Thomas splint and the Pearson's attachment. This is done by doing first or measuring first the length of the patient's thigh. Okay? So let's estimate the length of the patient's thigh from the hip joint down to the knee joint. So this will be the measurement of your patient's thigh using the thigh rope. And then measure it against the Thomas splint. So, saan kaya tayo magme-measure niyan? Is it the shorter bar or the longer bar?
Longer.
Sa longer bar tayo. Kasi sa lateral tayo nag-measure sa pasyente, no? So, sa lateral din tayo magme-measure sa Thomas splint, which is the longer bar. Okay, and this will be the point of attachment for the Pearson. So, get your Pearson's attachment and apply it below the Thomas splint. Okay, so tighten the screws and make sure that the two splints are parallel with each other. So dapat pantay siyang ganyan. Ha? Hindi pwedeng nakaganon or nakaganon. Dapat pantay lang siya. Okay, so we have now assembled the Thomas splint and Pearson's attachment. For the next step, we need to mount the Thomas splint and Pearson's attachment on the rest splint. Okay? Again, saan nga ba tayo hahawak sa rest splint? Sa neck, no? And then, dito naman sa dalawang splint na to, hawak na lang tayo sa W-shaped end ng Pearson's attachment. Para kapag i-insert na natin siya, so insert natin si Thomas splint and then baba, insert natin si Pearson's attachment and then push. Ganun lang siya. No? Allow 3 to 5 inches insertion for the Pearsons. And now for the next step, we are now ready to apply the slings. Okay? So for sling application, simula tayo dun sa longer and wider sling. So for the longer and wider sling, magsisimula tayo niyan sa shorter bar, sa medial bar. So pull both ends together and then on top of the opposite bar. So pag ganun siya, no? Huwag yung paghihiwalayin. Kasi ang tendency pag pinaghiwalayin yung ganun, lulundo siya. Tapos matatanggal yung sling. So pagsamahin yung ganon, and then on top of the opposite bar, and then fan fold nyo lang. And then secure it with a paper clip or a safety pin. Ganyan lang siya. Okay? And while we're doing the application, make sure to follow the 5 principles in sling application, no? Ayan, what are the 5 principles in sling application? Meron tayong mnemonic. Ano yung mnemonic natin? N1, PS2, no? What is N? So, not too tight, not too loose. Just follow the contour of your patient's type. Okay? 1 is that the distance between 2 slings should be how many inch? So, 1 inch lang, na? 1 inch. Okay? Huwag masyadong close, huwag rin masyadong magkakahiwalay. Okay. Next, letter P, N1P is that the popliteal area, dito yon, and then the heel of the foot should be free from any slings. Why is that? Because these two areas are highly vascular, no? Maraming vessels dyan. And kapag naglagay tayo ng sling dyan sa part na yan, it may impede the patient's circulation, no? Pwedeng makakos ng bed sore, pressure sore, or skin irritation. Okay? Now, next, N1PS. What is S? The smooth and the right side should be the one in contact with the patient's skin. Okay? So, titignan yung maigi yung ating slings. Kasi some of our slings may dugtungan yan, no? Kapag yung dugtungan dyan, no? So, iiwas nyo rin yun sa pasyente, no? And then the two sides of the sling, meron tayo yung pinagtahian, that is the smooth side, no? And then the rough side naman, yung may tupi, yung may tiklop, yung may fold, no? Kasi imagine nyo na lang, kapag yung may tiklop, yung nilapat nyo sa skin ng pasyente, pagtanggal nyo yan, may guhit na yan. Sometimes nagsusugat pa. Okay? So para to avoid skin irritation, smooth side lang tayo para. Okay? And then, apply it, secure it with a paper clip. And lastly, N1PS, 2, what is 2? The two longer and wider slings should be placed on the Thomas splint that will receive the patient's thigh, and the 3 narrower and shorter sling will be placed on the Pearson's attachment and will receive the patient's leg. Ayan. Okay? So our sling application is now complete. For the next step, we are now ready to make our knots. Okay, magbubuhol na tayo, no? So using your tie rope, the shortest rope, no, we will make the first slip knot on the medial upper side of the Thomas splint. So dito yan, no? Dito sa may ischial ring. So paano po gumawa ng slip knot? So first step, insert the tie rope sa ating Thomas splint, and then make a hook. Gawa tayo ng hook. Now, this knot should be under and then into the hole. Okay? And then, kapag pinasok niya sa butas, hatakin niyo po siya. Hatakin para matighten yung pinaka-knot. And then, push it to the desired place, which is on the leather part. And always remember that all knots should be away from patient's skin. Okay, dapat nasa ilalim siya to avoid pressure sore. And then the other end of your tie rope, ikotin na lang siya temporarily dito sa screw. Okay. So we're done. Para mas makita niyo maigi, meron din tayong pag-video dito, no? Ayan. So una, insert lang natin yung rope yung sa pinaka ischial ring na ating Thomas splint. And then, make a circle or a hoop. Now, over that rope, under, and then into the hole. So, papunta sa inyo, yung buhol. And then, pull it first to tighten, and then push it to the desired place. And then, always remember that all knots should be away from patient's skin. Okay, so ganun yung ating slip knot. So 4 na ganun ang gagawin natin for this demonstration. Okay, so for the next step, we're now ready to insert the traction apparatus under the affected extremity of the patient. So, at this point, we need 3 manpower, no? So, kailangan natin ng 3 manpower to execute this step. So, the first manpower will be the one to apply or insert the traction apparatus under the affected extremity. So, yung first manpower, bubuhatin niya yung buong traction apparatus, and the first manpower will stand here, and then using the scooping method, i-insert niya yung traction apparatus under the affected extremity. Whereas the second manpower, on the other hand, will apply continuous manual traction. Okay? So take note of the word continuous. Hindi niya pwedeng bitawan to. Okay? So paano po ba ang manual traction? So nakita niyo yung pinaka-arc ng ating Steinman pin holders. Ito kasi yung hook. And then ito yung arc. Dito tayo hahawak sa arc, no? Sa pag-manual traction. And then, ang paghatak niyan dapat parallel sa femur ng pasyente. Huwag kayong mag-manual traction na nakapaganon, ha? Kasi lalong sasakit yung body ng pasyente. Lalo siya madi-displace. So, pag ganun lang dapat. Ha? And then, continuous manual traction siya. And then, yung other hand nyo will remove this device, yung nag-elevate ng paa ng pasyente. So, this is the Boller-Braun frame. Okay? Hahatakin niya lang palabas ng kama. Okay? Habang nagmamanual traction. O, take note ha, bawal yung bitawan to. Hanggang maikabit na natin yung traction weight back sa third pulley. Okay? And for the third manpower, so for the third manpower will be the one to lift and support the affected extremity of the patient. Okay? So pag sinabing lift and support, huwag niyo namang buhatin ng gano'n. No? Imagine niyo, tao pa rin yan. Ha? May buong katawan siya. No? Huwag niyo yung iba, binubuhat na papunta sa traction apparatus. So pag magbubuhat tayo, paano? Ganun lang. Ganyan lang. Ha? Yung pinaka-ankle lang niya tataas. Ganun lang. Okay? So at this point, total, iilan lang naman tayo, no? So siguro naman hindi na tayo magkakahiyaan. I need 2 volunteers para makatulong ko dito sa pag-execute ng step na to. Anyone? Ayan, sige raw. Matulong na.
EJ.
May plus point daw, sabi ni Ma'am Lorene. Oh, saka si Sir Leo rin daw, may plus point rin daw. Sige, sir. Another one for the... Isa na lang. Ito, nagtuturuan pa ito mo. Huwag na kayo mahiyan. Okay na, sir. Ay, mamaya ka na iya, ha? Meron pa isa pa yun. Okay, thank you very much for accepting the challenge. What's your name, sir? EJ. So, Earl Jans, Sir EJ, and then Ivan. So, si EJ and Ivan from Northwestern University. Tama ba? Northwestern University. Okay, so palakpakan naman natin si EJ and si Ivan. So, EJ, dahil nandiyan ka sa gitna, ikaw na yung magsa-second manpower. And then si Ivan na lang yung third manpower. Okay? And I'll be doing the first manpower. So alam niyo na kung saan kayo hahawak. Ayan. Isa pang technique, isa pang tip para hindi kayo mahirapan sa pagmamanual traction. Kung ano yung laterality ng leg ng pasyente, yun na lang rin yung gamitin yung kamay. So this is left leg. So left na lang rin, and then pababa, pag ganun ng hat. Sige. Ayan. And then, ito yung hahatakin mo. Itong Boller-Braun. Dito ka hawak, EJ. Ayan. And then si Ivan, sa hawak. Isang kamay sa may leg part, isang kamay sa may thigh part. Ayan. Okay? And ako naman, dito na lang sa traction apparatus, isa sa lateral, isa sa rest pin. Now, actually, itong 3-man power, 4-man power talaga siya, no? Bakit? Sino si 4th man power? Si Yun, tama, si patient, because we have patient's instruction. So what will be your instruction? Oh, ma'am, please hold on to the trapeze, flex your unaffected extremity, and then at the count of 3, you will lift your buttocks. Okay? So ganun. Pwedeng ganun yung pagkakasabi niyo sa return demo, but please, kapag naman mag-actual tayo, huwag mo kayo mag-English. Tagalogin niyo naman. Okay? Kasi minsan nakaka-encounter akong patient na, student na gano'n, in-English nila yung Tagalog. Hindi tuloy naiintindihan. Pagkabilang 1, 2, 3, hindi man lang umangat yung kagaya na to, Nay, pahawak po dun, tapos pakitiklo po yung walang baling tuhod. Pag bilang namin ng 3, pakiangat po ang inyong balakang. Ayun, so naintindihan na ni Nanay. So mag-start na tayo mag-insert. So at the count of 3, ready to lift the patient. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And then insert. Oops, mabibitawan, EJ. Continuous traction. Okay, and we did that. Now for the next step, we will be checking the alignment of your patient's leg and the slings, no? Kung napapollow niya pa rin yung sling application, no? So, what do you think there? Diretso lang. What do you think there, Ivan? Okay pa ba yung slings mo? 1 inch apart? Not too tight, not too loose? Okay naman, no? Wala tayo sa popliteal area and sa heel of the foot. And also, we will check for the alignment of the Pearson screw dun sa ating knee. So what do you think, EJ? Align ba yung screw dun sa knee ng pasyente? Nakapantay ba? Anong nangyari? Ano mas mataas? Mas mataas yung screw, no? So, at this point, kapag ganun, ang ibababa natin, ang gagalawin natin are yung screws, no? Huwag yung gagalawin yung paa ng pasyente kasi lalong sasakit yung paa niyan kapag ginalaw-galaw niyo pa. So, i-ano muna natin and then atake lang natin pag ganun. Ganun. Okay? So nakita mo, no? Align na siya. So tighten na ulit natin yung screws. Now for the next step, we are now ready to apply the traction weight bag. So una, kunin muna natin sa traction rope and then serve mo yung pinaka-hook. Ayan, para ganun yung technique para mas madali ka makapagtali. So pababa, no? And then, bigyan ko pa kayo ng isang technique para sa slip knot. We will do the second slip knot. First, insert natin yung traction rope and then pagtabihin natin yung dalawang tali. And then, bitawan nyo yung mas maiksing tali, gumawa ng bilog, and then shoot sa butas. Ganun lang. And then, hatakin, and then push. Mas madali, di ba? And then, for the other end of your traction rope, insert it into the third pulley. And then get your traction weight bag. Mas mabigat. Okay, apply it not too high, not too low, just at the bed level of the patient. And then kahit anong buhol pwede naman po. Pero sabi nga nila, nursing is an art. So medyo gandahin na pa natin. Okay? Ayan. So at this point, pwede nang bitawan ni EJ ang ating traction apparatus. So thank you very much, EJ and Ivan. So dahil dyan may pakinig kayo. So diba? Nagustuhan ako ng chocolate. Usually chocolate binibigay ko. Alam ni Mom na rin. Ayan. Yan dyan. Okay. So for the next step, we will now apply the suspension weight bag naman, no? So, remove the temporarily knotted tie rope on the Pearson screw, and then we will make the third slip knot on the lateral side of your ischial ring. So, make your slip knot. And then, we will make the fourth and last slip knot dito sa middle part ng ating tie rope using the suspension rope naman. Okay, and then next, we will insert it into the first pulley, yung other end. Get your suspension weight bag, hang the suspension weight bag temporarily on the first pulley, insert into the second pulley. And then, ito, importante ha, tandaan niyo maigi. The suspension rope should be outside the traction rope. Okay? Suspension rope outside, traction rope inside. Okay? And then, under the rest spring. Okay? So, papasok niyo sa loob ng rest spring. Kapag hindi niyo ipinasok yung rest spring sa loob, hindi niyo matatanggal yung rest spring. So, lagi niyo tatandaan, nasa ilalim dapat, suspension rope ng rest spring. Okay? And then, i-abduct natin ng kaunti yung patient. And then, elevate the affected part and the traction apparatus at a 45-degree angle. Pag hindi nyo in-elevate yan, pagtanggal nyo ng rest spring, bababa or babagsak ang paa ng pasyente. Okay? So, i-elevate natin. Yun yung usual na nalilimutan ng student. And then, nakakita kayo ng W-shaped end, di ba? So, kapag nakakita kayo ng W-shaped end, isa lang ibig sabihin yan. Gagawa kayo ng another type of knot. And we will do the club hitch knot. Okay? Club hitch knot. Paano po si club hitch knot, sir? So, madali lang yun, no? Una yung tali, suspension rope, over, left, and then over, right, and then makakakita kayo ng hole into the hole. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Over left, over right, into the hole. Okay, another W-shaped end. So, gagawa ulit tayo ng club hitch knot. Over left, over right, and into the hole. Okay. And we will consume the remaining rope. Okay. So we're done. Next step natin, ito pala yung club hitch knot natin para mas makita niyo ng mas maayos. So that is the W-shaped end and that is a suspension rope. So insert it over left and then over right. Sa kabila naman. Ito step na to pwedeng pag-interchange, no? Over left, over right, or over right, over left. And then into the hole. Ayan. Tighten, atakin lang natin. And you will notice kung tama ang inyong club hitch knot, makakakita kayo ng parang infinity shape dun sa W-shape end. Nakita niyo, parang infinity shape siya. So that is your club hitch knot. Now for the next step, hang the suspension weight bag. Hang natin to. And then, remove the rest spring. Tatanggalin natin yung rest spring. Okay. So next step natin, we will now apply the footboard using the ribbon knot. Okay? So nakita niyo ang footboard natin may 4 na garters. And then yung mga nuts natin should be away from patient skin. So ganito siya pinakabit. Ayan, pa ganyan. Okay? And using the ribbon knot, paano po ang ribbon knot? Alam niyo yung tourniquet. Tourniquet, pag mag-insert tayo ng IV. Diba? Parang ganun yung ribbon knot natin. No? Yung isang hatakan lang, matatanggal yung pinaka-tali niya. No? So, gagawa tayo ng 3 to 5 hoops overlapping with each other and then make an incomplete hoop making the ribbon knot. So, ganyan siya. Para isang hatakan lang matatanggal siya. Now, 4 na ganun yung gagawin natin, no? So, isa sa upper side, outer side. And then, dito naman tayo sa lower garters. For the lower garters, ilalagay natin siya in between the 2 slings. So, dito. Paganyan. Okay? And then, lastly, dito sa outer side. Okay, so ganyan siya. Makakabit. Okay? So, ito yung ribbon knot natin. Kung hindi nyo masyadong makita, no? So, get the garter of your footboard and then make 3 to 5 hoops overlapping with each other. And then make an incomplete hoop to make the ribbon knot. Para kapag tatanggalin nyo siya, mas madali siyang tanggalin, no? Kaysa yung binubuhol nyo ng talagang buhol, no? Atakin niyo lang siya. And then, matatanggal siya ng mas madali. Okay. Okay, so for the next step, we are now ready to check the efficiency of patient's traction, no? This is done by asking the patient, Nay, hawak po ulit kayo dito. Tapos, i-move natin siya to, from, side by side. Okay? Observing the efficiency ng ating pulleys. Like this one, medyo hindi siya efficient kasi wala siya sa center of the groove ng pulley. So kapag ganyan, i-re-align lang natin yung pulley. Okay? Okay. So for the next step, we will now check for the principles of traction. So we have 5 principles of traction. No? Meron tayong mnemonic, DC, LCF. Yan. So, what is T? The positioning of the patient is what? Dorsal recumbent. Okay? Next, provide what? Counter traction. So, again, ano nga ba yung counter traction natin? It's the patient's body weight. Narinig ko. Bumulong lang siya. No, pero narinig ko. Patient's body weight. Okay? And then, letter L is that the line of pull should be in line with the deformity in such manner that the first pulley should be in line with the patient's thigh, second pulley in line with the patient's knee, and the third pulley should be in line with the first and second pulley. Next, traction should always be continuous. That is why kanina si EJ sabi ko, no? Huwag mong bibitawan. Dapat continuous ang ating traction. Okay? And then lastly is to avoid friction. So there are certain things that we need to do to avoid friction. No? Meron tayong mnemonic, work. W-O-R-K. W, weights. Weight should be hanging freely. So habang binabanggit nyo ito sa CI nyo, dapat i-check nyo rin. Baka mamaya, weight should be hanging freely kayo dyan, pero nandito yung weight bag nyo. No? So titignan nyo rin maigi, no? Weight should be hanging freely kasi yung usual, nalilimutan ibaba si weight bag. O, observe for the wears and tears of the ropes and the weight bags. Kapag sometimes nakikita niyo yung pasyente, talagang sira-sira na yung rope, no? Tagal niya na kasi naka-admit, papalitan na lang natin. Eh? And then, our ropes should be at the center of the canal of the pulley. Kaya kanina, inayos ko yung pulley, no? And then, K, nuts should be away from the pulley. Kaya kanina sinabi ko, not too high, not too low. Okay. So, for the removal of traction na tayo, so removal of traction procedure, there are certain scenarios that the patient needs to be relieved or removed from traction. No? Dalawang scenario yan. Number 1, if the patient is for discontinuation of traction. Tatanggalin na siya, totally. No? Hindi na siya ibabalik. It's either ang pasyente natin pauwi na or kaya ooperahan na. So, hindi na kailangan yung traction natin. The second scenario is for temporary removal of traction. So, example niyan, ang patient natin for X-ray outside the ward or for consultation outside the ward or may gagawing laboratory outside the ward. So, kapag ganun, temporary lang yung pagtatanggal natin ng traction. So, for the first step, syempre kailangan natin i-check yung doctor's order kung anong klaseng removal ang gagawin natin. Next, we need to explain the procedure to our patient. And then, get your rest splint and apply the rest splint on the traction apparatus. So, insert muna natin si Thomas splint and then si Pearson's attachment. And then, push. Next, hang the suspension weight bag. Hang natin yung suspension weight bag dito sa first pulley. And then, completely remove the suspension rope. So, tatanggalin na natin ito, no? Suspension rope. So, dalawang scenario, di ba sabi ko, kapag ang pasyente natin for discontinuation na talaga ng traction, tanggal na talaga ang suspension rope natin, including the slip knot here. Tapos yung suspension rope, iiwan na natin sa kama. Okay? But, if our patient is for temporary removal, ang gagawin natin, hindi natin tatanggalin yung slip knot dito, but instead, ibabundle lang natin yung pinaka-suspension rope. Hindi natin iiwan kasi temporary lang eh. What if iniwan natin dyan tapos naitapon? Diba? Hindi na natin makakabit ulit yung traction. Okay? So, for the next step, let's remove or loosen the tie rope dito sa may lateral side. Tanggalin na natin yung slip knot dito. And then, ito na nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Kapag discontinuation, so tanggal na si slip na, si suspension rope, itatabi na, and then, yung tie rope natin, ikot na lang natin dito. Kagaya na ginawa natin kanina. No? But if our patient is for temporary removal, hindi natin tatanggalin si slip knot dito, but instead, ibabundle lang natin siya ng ganyan. Tapos, ang ipambundle nyo yung tie rope. And then, ihang nyo na lang siya dito. Yan, kaganyan lang siya. Okay? Para may kakabit nyo pa rin mamaya. So, next natin, I need another volunteer. Sino nung kanina? Si Ma'am. Ando doon. Ay, nag-video. Ayan, apply manual traction. O, ay naman. Nandito yung mga nasa second row. Ayan, sige. Ayun. From Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. Tama na. Sige, sir. Dito. Palakpakan naman natin, sir. So, sir, your name is Nicholas. So, Miss Nicholas, mag-a-apply tayo ngayon ng manual traction. So, paano yung kanina mong nakita? Ayan, continuous traction. Sige, pwede mo na hatakin using your left hand. Okay. And then, next natin is we will now remove, since naka-continuous traction na siya, pwede na natin tanggalin muna pansamantala itong traction weight bag natin. Okay? So, hindi na masasaktan yung patient niya. Okay? And then, remove the traction rope dun sa third pulley. Now, we will make 3 club hitch knot. Diba? Nakita nyo kanina ulit yung club hitch knot. So ngayon, gagawin ulit natin siya. Pero this time, 3 beses natin gagawin. Isa sa rest pin, isa dito sa Thomas pin, and isa sa Pearson's attachment. Okay, so we will make the club hitch knot. Kailangan, kapag ginagawa yung club hitch knot, is mahigpit siya, may tension na makikreate dito. Para kahit nabitawan ni, ano bang name mo ulit? Nicholas, yan. Ni Nicholas, yung ating manual traction is meron pa rin humahatak doon sa femur ng pasyente. Okay. And then, another club hitch knot. And lastly, dito sa Pearson's attachment. And now we will just consume the remaining rope dito. Okay, at this point, pwede nang bitawan ni Nicholas ang ating traction. Okay. So, thank you very much, Nicholas. So, ito, may pakinig ka ulit para may mangungula ka mamaya sa tour niyo. Okay, so, at this point, we're now done with the demonstration, the application and removal of balance skeletal traction. So again, thank you for listening. Ayan, so our orientation is done. So tapos na tayo sa first part, second part, and the third part of our orientation. So in behalf of the nursing division and the nursing training and research department, we hope that you will enjoy your stay here, your related learning experience, and at the same time, syempre, sana marami kayong matutunan dito sa Philippine Orthopedic Center. And again, welcome to Philippine Orthopedic Center. Thank you.